News that's come in. Delhi High Court has dismissed two-time Olympic medalist Sushil Kumar's petition. Sushil plea was to have trials against Olympic quota winner Narsingh Yadav. In fact, the lawyers are now speaking. Let's listen in.
और उन्होंने जो ट्रायल के लिए जो मैंडेट है वो जरूरी नहीं समझा कि भी ट्रायल होनी जरूरी है।
क्यों कोर्ट ने कहा कि ट्रायल नहीं होना चाहिए?
क्योंकि ऐसा है कि कोई जस्ट आपको कोई ग्राउंड नहीं मिली कि भी इसे ट्रायल करा सके। और उन्होंने यही कहा कि भाई जैसे पिछले सुशील जी भी पिछले 3 ओलंपिक में इसी पॉलिसी के बेनिफिशियरी रह चुके हैं, तो उन्होंने लगा आज डिसीजन डिसमिस कर दिया जाएगा। डिसीजन यही है कि डिसमिस कर दिया जाएगा और ये बोला है कि भाई आगे जैसे जो अध्यक्ष आपका जो आपको पहले भी बताया, मीडिया अध्यक्ष साहब ने बताया था कि हमारी जो परंपरा रही है भारतीय कुश्ती संघ की, जो ओलंपिक का बर्थ लेके आता है वही ओलंपिक के लिए रिप्रेजेंट इंडिया को रिप्रेजेंट करता है ओलंपिक के लिए।
क्या फेडरेशन इस बात के लिए तैयार है कि अगर सुशील या सतपाल लोग आगे डबल बेंच या सुप्रीम कोर्ट जाते हैं तो उसके लिए क्या फेडरेशन तैयार है?
Okay, so the High Court has dismissed of Sushil Kumar's plea, saying that there won't be any trials. Let's get in a quick word from Anusha Soni, my colleague who's tracking it in court. Anusha, take us through the court's observation on this issue.
Smita, it is a very detailed order that the Delhi High Court has given today. To break it down, there are two essential parts to this order. First is the fact that the Delhi High Court has very categorically said that the autonomy of the Wrestling Federation of India cannot be interfered with, and the only scenario it can be interfered with is in a scenario where the Wrestling Federation has exercised its power in an arbitrary or in an unfair manner. Backing the authority and also backing the way in which the entire selection process has taken place, the Delhi High Court has said that the Wrestling Federation acted in good faith. The way it conducted the trials was fair and proper. It also agreed that though Sushil Kumar is a great player, this time around his plea and the arguments that he has put forward for his trial are not tenable. One of the interesting, observations in the judgment is that though the demand of a trial makes for good soundbites, it is not a legally tenable argument.
Okay, many thanks, Anusha Soni, getting us those details from the court as the Delhi High Court has dismissed Sushil Kumar's, in fact, plea seeking a selection trial for the 74-kilo freestyle wrestling for the Rio Olympics. S. Kannan, who's the sports editor for Mail Today, is in the studio with us. Kannan, would you say this is the end of the road as far as the Rio dream of Sushil is concerned now?
I think it's the end of the road, certainly, but I don't see anybody stopping him from now moving to the Supreme Court. I think the whole thing's played out, the drama for too long. And at this time, Narsingh should have been actually focusing on his training, but spending more time in courts and with lawyers rather than being training on the mat, it's not a good thing. But what's really of importance here is that the court has not interfered, and that's very important because the International Olympic Committee likes the autonomy of federations, national Olympic committees to be intact, and that's been respected.
But how are the experts looking at the Wrestling Federation's decision? Were they on the side of Narsingh Yadav? Did they think that this was a fair process?
I don't think Federation was on anybody's side. They were being, very, very clear and transparent. They were going by what were the precedents, but Sushil was using what happened in 1996 before the Atlanta Olympics. Papu Yadav and Kaka Pawar, at that time there was a lot of debate. But now the situation is Sushil, post his Commonwealth Games gold 2 years ago, has not been part of the national camps. He's not competed in competitions. He's moved to a higher weight category, and Narsingh, is a just winner of the quota place. He won a bronze medal at the World Championship last year, and Sushil in the past also, whenever he got picked for the Olympics, it was just on the basis of his performance. So there is an open area where the quota place is for the country, but the Wrestling Federation, WFI, thought it's an open and shut case. So it's end of the road as of now.
Was it just simply unfortunate for Sushil? It wasn't really about anybody's prejudices. It wasn't really about wrong moves. It was just that he was shifted from the 66 to the 74-kilo category, and things just did not sort of work out.
I think he needed to accept. A sportsman has to be magnanimous. A sportsman has to be very, very generous in accepting that his time is up, and probably this time he's in the wrong, in the sense pushing the envelope too hard, and it didn't work. Narsingh has been a just person in demanding that he go to Rio. We're just about 60 days to go for the Rio Olympics. All focus should be on preparation, and such things don't do good to any sports person.
But just one final question before I let you go. Are you wagering a bet that Narsingh is a better choice than Sushil at the moment for a medal?
At present, I think Narsingh is a better bet, but in the mental state he is in after all this trauma which he's been put through. It's not going to be easy to come over. There's going to be huge pressure even if it's going to Rio, all because of this mess which has been created.
Absolutely. That's something that even the Delhi High Court in fact pointed out in its observations. Many thanks, S. Kannan, for joining us in the studio. So clearly, as far as the Rio Olympics goes, looks like it is perhaps going to be the end of the road unless Sushil Kumar decides to approach the higher court. Let's try and listen into some more reactions coming in on the story.
प्रमोद कुमार, मिस्टर प्रमोद कुमार,
नरसिंह यादव के
मुझे एक सवाल ये मुझे एक बात ये पूछना है कि कोर्ट ने ये भी बात हुई थी कि सुशील कुमार जो गए थे ट्रायल के लिए ट्रेनिंग के लिए,
कोर्ट ने ये बोला है कोर्ट ने ये भी बोला है कि पिछले 2 ओलंपिक में सुशील कुमार ने क्वालिफायर में ओलंपिक बर्थ गेन किया और उन्होंने ही रिप्रेजेंट किया, तो उस टाइम किसी भी तरह का कोई ट्रायल होने के कोई प्रोसीजर भी नहीं था, किसी ने डिमांड भी नहीं की थी, तो इस बार भी सेम प्रोसीजर फॉलो होगा।
थैंक यू सर,
थैंक यू सो मच सर, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। प्रमोद कुमार।
Okay, so it is a setback for wrestler Sushil Kumar, 2 times in fact Olympic medalist, but his plea has been rejected. He wanted a selection trial for the Rio Olympics with less than in fact a few days to go for the finale, where now looks like Narsingh Yadav will of course represent India in the 74 kilos freestyle wrestling.